On today's pilot episode of Love is Boat, Rachel breaks Crystal's property. The girls share a delicious meal. And they kiss? Meet Rachel Lynn Boyle. Rachel is a 24-year-old career-driven woman with a charming sense of humor and thousands of freckles. But there's one test Rachel has yet to ace: emotional intimacy. For 15 odd years, she has evaded romantic partners with the skill of an 11-year-old jock in dodgeball.
Hey guys, I'm a virgin. What's up, guys? I've never had sex.
In this experiment, virginal Rachel will be matched with 9 prospective partners, and with each a unique chance for passion, intrigue, and romance. Welcome aboard to Love is Boat.
Today, for the pilot episode of Love is Boat, I will be going on a date with the wonderful Crystal. I first met her in Florida, where we went out to lunch with a group of other people, and she got unlimited mimosas, and that's about what I remember. Like myself, Crystal is an ambitious 24-year-old woman. She's also an older sister, so we're basically twins. If you were wondering why was she still using those $25 microphones, maybe it's because this is all I could do, okay? And you know what you can do? Check out our Patreon. I am paying my team to work on this show because they are professional artists, they are professional film editors. If you support us on Patreon, you get access to full blooper reels and full behind the scenes cuts and other cool stuff. Shoot your girl $5. So, my past dating experience, I have sent a couple love letters to girls and received love letters from girls. And my first makeout session was with a guy. After that makeout session, he did have to leave and told me he had to schedule with his therapist immediately. What are your thoughts on Rachel Boyle?
Hey, she's a pretty cool dude, you know? She's pretty funny. You know, thinking about it, I feel like I only maybe said a few things in passing, but never actually held a full-blown conversation.
What are the chances that you want to date Rachel by the end of this experience?
Slim. Not impossible.
What are the chances that you fall in love by the end of this experience?
I fear I may be incapable of falling in love. So she could change my mind.
I have 3 intimacy goals for this date. Phases, if you will. The first one is hand on shoulder, aka putting my hand on her shoulder. Easy. Second one, holding hands. I think this one will also be easy. I just have to get in a position where we're walking and have hands free to hold together. The third one is a little crazy because it's a kiss on the cheek. This is me kissing Crystal on the cheek. I don't think I've ever done this with another person before, romantically or not. I'm not a cheek kisser, but it's third base for a reason. You know, go big or go home. Crystal! What's up? A-Town, you look like you're homeless.
Not homeless.
It's nice to see you. Look great
Thanks.
for this sweltering weather.
Yeah, you can't see it, but my eyes are actually sweating.
I think we're both more wet than we want to be.
Absolutely, and this is not how I want it to be wet.
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Be with your bags.
Yeah, be careful.
Help you with your bags.
No, you can't. May I help you? What she said, oh, I'll take your bag. Almost the second she said, oh, I'll take your bag, she grabbed the bag, and I didn't even have time to really process and say, wait, no, don't.
I think it's up here and to the right.
I think it's okay. I got it.
Okay, I think it's this way. I'm gonna have to run Google Maps, so. I swooped in because you have to be confident. And you know what? I grabbed it and she was right. It did break immediately. And that's on me. But you know what? I figured out a solution. We can hold it together, sort of
And who said there's no representation in Pride Month?
If that other one snaps, I think I might lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
God, I'm gonna get the same thing.
I usually work in the bar. It's weird to some as a waiter. But yes, espresso martini.
I don't even know how this happened. The whole back. Done. The whole
top
back.
to bottom?
Top to bottom. Couldn't move.
Yeah.
I was bored. Obviously, as a dancer, having to dance,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, that's bad.
Especially if one of the dance moves is back.
What was the alteration for that? Like if you couldn't do the back bend, but at least do this move instead?
It was pretty much a hinge.
Yeah?
It was pretty much a hinge.
Awesome.
Until I could get my back better.
I don't know what a hinge is.
I'm not a dancer. I'm not an acrobat.
You have to be a good date. You have to just roll with it.
But I had a friend who was like into sports therapy or whatever.
Yeah.
And he gave me a massage. When I tell you, all this man did
Yeah.
was this, and I was screaming in pain. Screaming in pain.
Yeah.
It hurt that bad.
Oh my God.
He's like, I barely touched you. I said, I know.
I kind of got like base 1.5. I don't know if you saw it, but she did put her hand on my shoulder. It was to demonstrate something that she experienced in physical therapy, but I think it still counts.
You go to the gym? I try to, but recently they started events in my life.
Yep. We should go to the gym together.
We should go to the gym together, but I'm gonna wait for the next 3 weeks to pass. Hopefully, my life will lighten up.
I'm not a dot connector, okay? I'm a dot creator. And so at the end of the meal, I'd been looking in my tote bag numerous times during the meal, and each time I had to rifle past the blue tote bag to get to it.
Worst date ever.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm innocent.
That was racially motivated and very rude the whole time. And then she had the nerve to complain about how heavy the bag was because we had to hold it a different way so my stuff wouldn't fall out. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Science states that an object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest. Thus, had my tote bag rested in my larger bag and had just stayed resting, so really it's not my fault. But now, it was time to prove more science.
Crystal, are you a woman of science? You hesitated.
I don't know what that means.
That's okay. I'm a woman of science. And this is a new segment I'd like to call Woman in STEM, because I'm the woman and I'm in STEM. Science, technology,
Engineering and mechanics?
entertainment, and making out. After extensive research, our team has deduced the top scientifically proven methods of increasing intimacy. Today, Crystal and I will stare into each other's eyes for 60 seconds, which increases our oxytocin and prepares us to answer the deep, probing questions.
I'm going to put a timer on my watch so it's going to buzz.
Go.
Oh, God, she's ugly. You have really pretty eyes.
Thank you.
And my favorite color. My favorite color is blue.
It's blue?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm seeing your face like a whole new way. And that's 60 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Our final stop was an inevitability because it was getting late in the day, aka noon, and I needed coffee. So we headed to our not sponsored, generically corporate coffee shop for coffee and a chat.
So, who do you love in your life right now?
I love my mom, my dad, my sister, like my family.
Mm-hmm.
That's who and what I love. I love the Lord, but
Yeah.
the way I love God is not the same way I love my mom and my sister.
Yeah.
In the same way that I love my mom and my sister and my dad, not the same way that I love my friends.
So, how has your romantic love been?
Non-existent.
Non-existent. Like, never, ever. Never been with a friend where you were like, I could kiss you.
There have been moments, but I run into the problem where if ever I catch feelings for someone, and I'm kind of like, ooh, I could kiss you, and I like bring it up, and I think it's reciprocated because signs and actions and words have stated that it's reciprocated.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh no, we're just friends. I'm like, I don't kiss my friends like that.
So, it would be kissing would be some of the signals?
Kissing, hand holding, some type of physical affection.
Wow.
I do run into that issue.
And is it just with men?
Yeah.
Maybe for Pride Month, you can start looking at like bisexual men. 'Cause I feel like being bisexual, they have just a better personality.
I could date a man that's not toxic. Can't have toxic masculinity.
Can't.
I've got enough toxic masculinity as a woman that I
Yeah.
don't need it from none. I don't need it from the guy.
Yeah.
I've got enough of that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
My absolute favorite thing to do is just sit in mutual assured silence.
Yeah.
I like that because in my family, we do that. We all are in the house together,
Mm-hmm.
separately.
Because it's like, do you want to hang? And that's the hang.
We don't have to be doing something.
Yeah. Because dating as a whole is like small talk. You know? Like a date is like you meet someone and you small talk until you think you maybe are interested. Yeah.
What do you like to do for fun?
My process is like, oh, I'm going to fall in love with like the people I'm friends with for like months. And then maybe then I'll be like, you know what? I think I want to know them better. And that's like a romantic connection.
Right.
I don't just meet someone and I'm like, smash.
I've heard people give the argument of why wouldn't you do it with a stranger because there's no ties there. I said that's even scarier because sex already in itself is a very vulnerable thing.
So today's vocab word is demisexual,
Ah,
where you have to know someone for a really long time to feel romantic or sexual attraction. Like you have to know who they are,
nice.
like their character,
Okay.
in order to then have sort of follow-up attraction.
Is that not a normal thing that regular people do already? Okay, learning something new here on this good old
I know. I was
Saturday.
like, I didn't think that's what demisexual meant, but it's like romantic feelings, then sexual, basically. Friendship connections, I feel like are the strongest we can have.
big thing for me is I want to be friends with someone before
Yes.
being like involved with it.
Yeah.
Also, like beauty fades,
Mm-hmm.
but you should still be able to want to be around
Yeah.
the person.
You have to know their soul.
Right. I always thought that like I would never actually like find that. Until recently. Managed to find someone that I was like friends with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm friends with them and I like being around them,
Yeah.
but also I want to always jump their bones.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Before I never considered myself a very like overly sexual person.
But if someone like turns you on, kind of crazy, like it's a miracle.
They could, I kid you not,
Mm-hmm.
just walk past me and like rush up against me and I'm like I'm always ready, always down, always game with this person.
Good. Normalize being horny.
At all times.
I'm doing a love show. We learn about love. How do people see love?
Everyone experiences love differently.
Yeah.
Like I show it and I
Open.
give it out.
Yeah.
I have yet to really receive the same.
Yeah.
So therefore, I feel a bit of a skewed view, because I feel like I'm always capable of giving. Yet for some reason, I feel like because I haven't received the same way, I feel like maybe I'm not capable of being
Loved in that capacity.
And it's like, am I doing too much? Is this not what it's supposed to be?
And I've tried to dim my light, one might say. It don't work. I just genuinely don't think it's in my nature to not be as loving as I am.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I've kind of just accepted the fact that I will always love more than I will be loved. Which walk when you say it out loud, but also like
Unless,
the person that I like.
Yeah.
Usually I like to throw things and hit the wall.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm throwing it, bouncing back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, wait, I don't know how to catch this. I've never been expected to catch. I've always been expected to throw.
Yeah.
You know, so it was very, very interesting to see a reciprocation.
Any conversation, my therapist said, is like a tennis match. There's always going to be that net. You can throw as much as you want, but you can't cross that net. You know what? We're going to find our tennis partners one day.
What is it? A love 40 or whatever in tennis?
Love, yeah.
Love in tennis? Yeah, we'll see.
40. Love is 0. And so maybe it's 15-15 or 15 love.
We'll see. Maybe it's one of those. Crystal and I are very similar people, and I also think our hearts are pretty open to the world and to the people around us. We're big carers. Maybe it's because we're both older sisters, and we're just, used to fostering a loving environment wherever we go. This is me.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah. Well, this has been a really great time. I feel like we're very similar people. And I hope that you just keep your heart open and never settle for less, because our perfect matches are out there, Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get some. We'll get it one day. Yeah. Since we had so many tote bags we were carrying, I couldn't exactly hold her hand while we walked through the horrible streets of Galveston. If we had held hands, it would have just been like soup. So, at the end of the day, knowing that I had to hit this intimacy goal, I just held my hands out, them, and we just held hands so I could look into her eyes and make it a more special moment. So what now? Do we just kiss or what? It's whatever you want to do. Guys, I don't have a lot of physical intimacy experience. But I never thought about kissing her on the lips. So, you know what? Fight or flight.
Or freeze.
And I froze. So yeah, you know what, Sumi? I froze because a very attractive woman was like, so do we kiss now? What are you supposed to do with that? Seriously, what are you supposed to do? Am I a man? Am I going to be like, yeah, babe, and then go, bleh? No, bold. God bless. She was willing to do it. She really was.
I could kiss you, but staring into the depths of my soul, get out.
It's fine. We can hug and now you'll go.
A sweaty hug, and we rub mics.
The date left on a pretty open note on sort of the promise of a second Pilates date. So when was the last time a date went this well for you?
It's never gone as well for me.
Never?
I've only been on one other date in my life. Now we don't speak, so.
Rachel had 3 secret intimacy goals to hit with you on the date. One might call them bases.
Oh.
She got to second base during the date.
Oh.
What do you think those bases were?
We hugged. You're a smooth criminal, because I don't know. What were the bases?
One of them was like hand on shoulder, but I actually got you to put your hand on my shoulder. The other one was just holding hands. At the end of the date, I grabbed your hands and I looked into your eyes. This was outside of your room.
Outside of my room when you walked me to my
Third base was kiss on the cheek, and I was too scared to do that.
You chickened out.
I chickened out.
That's on you this time, not me.
Yeah, that was on me. So I did not get third base. That'll go into the performance review.
Perhaps in the end I was saving Crystal from a similar fate. My Kisses seem to have power. At the end of the day, Crystal and I are just two tennis players, hitting our balls into the universe and hoping someone hits them back. We'll find our balls, but I'll probably find mine sooner as I take all that I've learned into the next episode of